Buenos dias, Gunnerz Collective TV. Back at it. You already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up. Bye up. Let's get to that intro. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking, and I highly appreciate it. I'm very humbled, super humbled, right? This has humbled me, right? So the $1 million question: did Yantz from the Bahamas, from Salinas, from Salas, Norteno's way, did Yantz press Gunnerz Collective? I guess that's what he's saying. I guess he's running around not running, but wheeling around his lives. And all of a sudden he has my name in his dientes. All of a sudden he's mad at me for some reason. 3 fucking years later, maybe even 4, right? So let's get to the pressing question. Did he press me? He got in contact with me. That's most definitely, right? But did he press me? That's what he was doing. Man, that dude right there got the coldest mean mug in the history. And then when you drop low, you realize what? He's all talk and no go, right? There's no reason for me to be beefing or arguing with the man who can't even make his own bed, right? That's like crazy. Why would I do that? You know, he's turning me into the villain, and I'm not that. So let me explain to you the background on it. About 3-4 years ago, I did a video. Someone brought to my attention that Yantz, the Salinero from Salas, right? And again, hey, let me preface this by saying shout out to Salinas, Salas, the Salad Bowl area, the 831. I got a lot of good ass homeboys from Salinas, always have, still rocking with them to the fullest, right? I'm not a Norteno, not claiming to be one, but I got homeboys from north and south out of Salas, real ones, right? Legendary figures out of Salas that have put in that work, that have done their thing. And it just is what it is, man. You can't change history. You can't rewrite it, right? So I've done time with dudes from Salas since the beginning to the end. And that's just what it is. So I got a lot of love for Salas. I'll say also, I'm not one of these content creators just because I'm no longer a gang member that's going to disrespect other gang members just because I'm mad about something or I still want to be a part of something. That's not me. That's not what I'm doing this for. I'm not sitting here poisoning people, telling them to turn against gangs and do all that. Everyone has a decision to make, a choice to make, and that's theirs and theirs only. All I could do is give you the knowledge you can't get in college, the game, and tell you my life experiences and stories and how it worked out for me and those around me. I can't tell you to stop gang banging or that they're just using you or there's disloyalty and distrust. That's another content creator's fucking get down, not mine, right? Mine is simply, I'm here to entertain, have a good time, tell you old school stories. And if someone has a lot of caca in his mouth and wants to talk shit, then we could talk a little shit. But other than that, that's what I'm trying to do. Now, I've been given this bad reputation, this bad name that I'm here to slander Norteños or Southsiders and turn people against them. And those that have watched my channel for years know that I am very well respected in the game because I respect those. And I don't judge them because they're from north or south or none of that shit, right? Bulldogs. I respect everybody. But I tell it the way it is. And some get butt hurt, even though they can't feel their butt. It's crazy, right? So speaking about not being able to feel their butt, let's get to Yantz, right? So I forgot how it's been so many years, maybe 3-4 years ago, that this video was made by myself. And somebody got at me from Salinas and it was about Yantz. Now, at that time, my videos were about anyone who I felt was relevant, right? And I've always thought Yantz from Salas, the Salineros, Big Rome, Yantz, all them cats were relevant to the Norteño movement as far as rap music. I don't know about any of their street shit or what they got going on in their barrio or none of that, but I know definitely in the music game, the Salineros were coming up and I listened to their music, right? Not for the gangbanging aspect because you can't get a song out of Yantz where he doesn't disrespect a Southsider. I don't know why. Can't do nothing to him. But I don't know. He just continues to disrespect them. But whatever. That's his get down or because he can't get up. And so with that being said, someone got at me who was another Norteño and he was like, hey, this dude Yantz got into it with Big Rome at a party. And I guess, man, the homies were tripping on Rome a little bit because Rome went kind of hard on him and told him, bro, if you can't stand up and throw a 1-4, you're not a Norteno. Now, we all know that Yantz, those that know who he is, he's paraplegic, right? So he's in a wheelchair, unfortunately. I don't know if he was born like that. He got shot. Something happened to him. But the poor Vato can't get up, right? I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. Sasuke, no, you can't. So with that being said, even DMX knew you can't tear shit up if you can't get up, right? So you can't even make your fucking bed. Shit, it's crazy, right? If you can't wash your face, you can't talk shit about me. So let's grab a garra and scrub. If you can't scrub that big ass chin, then you can't fucking talk shit. It's a foolish thing. But whatever, right? So I make this video and I just put out there the story, right? Now, not stating it as facts. I wasn't the fucking cucaracha at the party. I don't know what happened if Rome and him, Yantz, ever had some type of beef. But there was a lot of people that were present at that party that actually doubled down on that. Said, yeah, I was there. That shit really happened. That was fucked up. And I was like, damn, that's cold. So anyways, I do my story and I joke around a lot. And I called him the Mucinex booger. Now, there's a lot of similarities there. Like, he looks similar to the Mucinex booger, right? If you've ever seen that old school commercial. But I didn't mean to hurt his feelings, but I guess I did. I hurt his feelings, right? And, I come from the old school era where a Norteño is thicker than motherfucking than rawhide, right? Tough skin. You don't let nobody fucking hurt your feelings, or you don't show it, right? And you definitely don't acknowledge someone who's not in good standings or is not considered an active homeboy, whatever, right? And so I'm a man, first and foremost. I'll be that forever until I'm gone. Then I'll be a dead man, but I'm a man. And so I do the video. This is back when I used to do crazy numbers. It's like at 45, 50,000 views. I don't know, man. There's people like, damn, man, I had a lot of respect for Yantz. Well, continue to have that respect for him because shit happens, man. He's not the one that said that shit. And to be honest with you, like I said, just because people said it happened doesn't mean it happened. Now, there was another story that was involved that he was at some buffet in Salinas and some Southerner caught him there and got to slapping on him a little bit, right? And I guess he felt disrespected by that one too, which I don't know if that was true or not. That's just what the Southerners were saying, right? And it's not hard to slap a man that can't get up. I'll say that, right, for him in his defense. But anyways, I do the little video. It's about a month later. And I'm on, I believe it was Instagram. And I see I got a FaceTime, right? Someone's FaceTiming me. And it's Yantz, it's Yantz, right? Tires and wheels. And I'm like, okay, shit, what's happening? So bing, here he is. Pops up. He's like the, hey, homie, right? What's up, homie? He's trying to meat mug me a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, what's good? Right? I was very arrogant in the beginning, like just an arrogant asshole. I thought I knew what was up. And I've changed a lot since then, right? But anyways, he was super arrogant. So he's like, hey, homie, what's up with that video you made about me? I said, what's up with it? You didn't like it or what? And he was like, hey, bro, I support you, man. I've been watching your videos. You're funny. Now, mind you, because I don't want to get Yantz in trouble. These are all facts and truth. This is way in the beginning, right? When a lot less people were going in on me and calling me Dio and talking shit, right? So I don't know if he was aware, even though I've said from the beginning, man, I'm not a gang member. I'm a non-active, an ex-Norteño. I'm not an active gang member. I don't use the word dropout because I never dropped in, right? So whatever. But I don't know if he knew that, to his credit. So he might have thought I'm just a homie doing some videos on him. But he was like, yeah, I support you. You're funny, this, and that. But hey, homie, that was fucked up, that video you did, right? And the way he was doing it was, yes, he was like trying to press me, I guess, right? If that's what you call it. I don't use words like that, press. You know what I mean? The only thing we pressed was, I pressed T-shirts and pressed some weight back in the days. Quiet on the set. The press is here. You know what I mean? And we might be in the news. I don't know nothing about pressing people. I know about checking people, running up on people, getting off where you're mad at. You know what I'm saying? Red light, green light, all that. But I don't know about pressing. But I guess he's running around the internet right now telling everyone that he pressed me and made me take a video down. That's odd, right? So he was in there like, hey, homie, I didn't like that video. You said this, and that. I said, Spencer, my bad. I said, what didn't you like about it? So he started naming the numerous things he didn't like. He didn't like being called a booger, which, I mean, come on, bro. I've been called a lot worse things, right? If you look like a moco, you look like a moco, straight up. But I guess he didn't like, he was like, no, fools didn't check me. Homie didn't do me like that. They're lying. People are lying. And there's a lot of damn people lying, bro. Right. So whatever. He's like, hey, bro. I said, so what do you want? Like, what do you want, Yantz, from me? Like, why are we talking? Because you're active, homie, and I don't know you, and I don't want to get you in trouble. I've always told active dudes that get in contact with me or that I talk to, like even dudes that want to do interviews, like that dude Rax, that Southerner, that upstater, the one that's crazy hunting everyone and shit, right? I told him, and he'll tell you facts. Hey, bro, before we do this interview, you know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know you're active. You were active, not active again, right? I'm not. So I don't want to get you caught up in anything with your homeboys. They're going to feel some type of way about you. I've always told people that, nah, it's good. It's good, bro. I don't care. All right. I don't care either. Fuck it. Let's go. Right. So there was no reason for me and Yantz to even have this conversation. Right. But this is how he felt. He got at me like a man, and I'm going to treat him like one at this point. Right. So he was like, yeah, homie, I don't like that, this and that. And so I was like, so what do you want, bro? He's like, I need you to take that down. I said, do you want me to take that down, or are you telling me to take that down? Because you could ask me nicely, like, hey, man, hey, can you do me a bottle and take that down for me, bro? I really appreciate that, right? And I got you. I'll never hesitate. I got you. If you felt disrespected to some point in whatever, I got you, right? But if you're trying to press me or check me or act like you're tough, like, come on, bro. You want to show me you're tough? Like, you really, really want to show me you're tough? Make your fucking bed, wash your face, and clean your shit bag. If you could do those 3 things in whatever order you want and prove with the receipt that you did it, fuck, I'll do it quick, right? I don't think Vato can do that. So he's looking at me all crazy and sucking on his face. And those that know him know that's what he does, right? And so he's telling me, hey, fucking, and I was like, that's what you want? You want me to take it down or what? And he was like, yeah, homie, you need to go ahead and do that. I told him, man, fuck you. Click, hung up on him. That was our last conversation. About a week later, I got to chilling. And I was like, man, I can't do the homie like that. So I have this thing with me, right? Even though I'm no longer a Norteno, I'm no longer part of that, I still got love for the homies, right? I'm always going to have love for them, man. I'm never going to hate them. There's other content creators that were once Nortenos that hate them, like they did something bad to them. Them fools removed me. Well, you did drugs, bro. Them fools fucking, they're disloyal to me. Bro, you were doing them dirty yourself. Like, bro, it's to be expected. You fucked up. They didn't fuck up. They just did what they were supposed to do. You didn't. That's why you were on the other end of the knife. Let's be real here. But you can't just hate your former group because and then now all of a sudden it's a vendetta or a mission to fucking discredit them or talk shit about them. That's not me, man. I'm always going to have love for the Norteños, the Southsiders that I did time with. One just got in my live yesterday and was like, hey, Gun, I was in Nellis with you. We were in Taft and the Caja, whatever, right? All respect, bro. I'm glad you're doing good. And I've noticed a lot of fucking Southerners that I was in the youth authority with, a lot of real ones, man, always tap in and they're like, hey, I was there with you, Gun. Woo. If I was some chicken shit punk bitch ass motherfucker, like a lot of people like to say, right? They would have been like, this fool's a clown. This fool was in Y, fucking PC'd up to sucker, right? Nah, none of that, right? And in prison, same shit. So with that being said, he did, I guess, try to press me. But all this going around the internet all of a sudden 4 years later, and I don't know if someone mentioned my name to him, but he's been talking a lot of shit. I wouldn't even make this video, but it's been coming up 3 or 4 or 5 fucking times when I'm on the tiki-taki right over there. Hey, that fool Yantz is live right now. He's talking shit about you, bro. Why are you talking about me? I'm not active. You're not supposed to talk about people that are not in good standings, bro. You're not supposed to sit there and have a whole live based upon, I checked them, bro. I checked. How you can't even check to see if there's caca on the toilet paper when they wipe your ass. Like, how are you going to check me? You should have checked Rome when he told you that. You don't check me, right? Don't do that, please, man. I don't want to fight. I don't want no problems, no issues. Like, bro, what's done is done in the past, and I've moved on. I can't help it. You're still in that same room with your nipples out, right? That's you, homie. I'm just doing me. No disrespect. Shout out Salinas. Shout out the real ones out there. Shout out my boy Spokio, Islas Casitas, right? But I mean, Yantz, it is what it is, bro. Let's be honest here and real. For you to say I press dudes, just because you, I don't know how the fuck you made that call either. Or like this. Gun. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how you did it, but you were able to facilitate that. Cool. All that sucking on your cheek and all that didn't hurt me, man. It didn't petrify me. I wasn't scared, right? So he did tell me to take the video about a week later. Out of the kindness of my heart, I was like, man, I'm gonna take this shit down. Fuck it. He didn't press me on. Oh fuck. All right, Yantz. Yeah, what are you gonna? You're gonna run my toes over? Like none of that, right? None of that. So I don't know what this Valto's talking about now. He's on his lives talking about me. I guess he's bored. Maybe these haters are getting to him, these trolls, and they're asking him questions so that way he can say something crazy about me. And he's falling for it. Yeah, I mean, he's easily manipulated. That's what happens when you're stuck in a room and you can't go outside. You start to become delirious. The Valto's in prison in his own house, and it's crazy. Go outside, homie. You're active and you function. You're active and you function. You're active and you function. Go out there and function. Shit, you're right there. Now you're going to do it live outside in the backyard, huh? With your shirt off. I already know. Look, man, no disrespect to the Norteno movement. Got nothing but respect. And I like Yantz music when he's not fucking disrespecting Southsiders every fucking other line, right? He's a good rapper. He's very talented, man. Pobrecitos in a wheelchair. I'm not trying to make light or fun of it, but I'm having fun with it. What disrespect I did do to that man back in the days, it wasn't out of a hatred. It was just a video. And I'm sorry he took it like that. 4 years later, he's all on lives. What's been happening in the meantime, in between time? The last 3 years, you haven't said my name or nothing. Someone must have pumped him up. They must have pumped him up. Hey, that fucking dude's talking about you. I haven't said nothing until today. But now, like I said, bro, in the words of Big Rome, if you can stand up and throw a 1-4, that will show that you're really about that. And like I said, if you can wipe your ass, here's a challenge. If you can wipe your own ass, then, bro, I apologize. And I'll make another bad video and then I'll take it down for you. Like, I'm just fucking with him, man. Look, this dude's talking a lot of shit. And I respect active Norteños. I once was one. I know the get down with Northerners, right? Real ones. They're not on social media. The real ones are not going to get on social media and disrespect people and do all that. When I see people doing that, I'm like, man, why are they doing that? Now, I don't know if there's a filter that went out where motherfuckers are like, hey, we need to fucking double down and do this and that. I don't know. I'm away from all that shit. But I know this, like 3-4 years later, Yantz, and all of a sudden you want to issue? Damn, bro. How did I become more relevant than you? Because if you're talking about me, that means I'm more relevant than you. Like, you must feel that way. Why? Bro, I'm no good, remember? But you sure knew how to get a hold of me. You got a hold of me like, hey, homie, I don't like that. Yeah, well, I don't like the way your chin is shaped. And that, like, what do we want me to do? Fucking take that down too? I just don't know. So for this guy running around talking a whole bunch of shit about me, go ahead and get yours, bro. If it helps you to get views or whatever you're trying to accomplish, you have my permission. Go ahead, man. I appreciate you. Did he punk me and make me take a video down? No, he did. He tried to, get a little crazy, but he was like, I supported you, man. I'm supporting you. You got good videos. They're funny and shit, eh? But come on, why you got to do me like that? So, when you press someone, it's usually like, hey, listen, motherfucker, I'll fucking do this, that. It wasn't nothing like that. It was like, it was more like the song that was in my head playing while he was saying that was, isn't she lovely? Isn't she made for fun? Like, it was like, it was like sad, like kind of like getting tough, but then sad, then tough, then sad, like trying to say, is he going to do it here or is he going to do it there? Like, what's going to work? And I was just like, you really want me to take it down? He was like, yeah, homie, you're going to need to do that, man. Fuck you. Click. Right. That's exactly the way it went down. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Tell the truth, Yantz. And then about a week later, I did take that down, man. That's a fact. Not because he pressed me or anything, because I felt bad, man. I was like, I got to respect a man, at least getting at a man. Because I have a thing. Every person that's asked me to take a video down that involves them that, wasn't correct or they felt disrespected, I take it down, man. That's just what it is, But anyways, so Yantz is running around talking shit about me. He'll probably go on live and show this video. Someone's going to throw it to him and whatever. He's going to feel all crazy. And he's going to threaten me and try to be all tough. And like, look, bro, I don't care if you're from Salinas, bro. I know motherfuckers from Salinas. Bro, if you can walk from Salinas to Gunnerz right now, I'll take my channel down. Exactly. With that being said, Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people, even Yantz, man. I hope one day Elon Musk creates something where he can get up, and then we can figure something out. But until then, right, here's my thing. I'm not going to say nothing else about you at all, bro. And if you can, like I said, clean the shit bag. Put some kind of toilet paper and show it to us that you did that, your own self. Wash your face, make your bed, please. Every time you're doing those lives, that bed is disgusting. And manually change your TV. If you could even use the remote without having to do it like that, then maybe we'll do some talking. With that being said, this video is sponsored by Vaudeville Liquors in Turlock, California. If you're ever in the Turlock area, pull up to the Vaudeville and get you some. We know Yantz can't, right? And get you something cold to drink. Also, by Sticks and Stones Yard Service out there in Tucson, Arizona. If you're in the Tucson area, man, go ahead and get you an estimate on some yard work, man. Let's look out for each other. Look, no disrespect to Yantz. I was just having fun with this video, man. I love your music. You're very talented, bro. Stay professional, stay grinding, stay active.